members of the congregation. You are now here on a Wednesday with Easy, the tech preacher. Truth to be told.
It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's easy, yep, tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher. All the real wired ones, where you at? 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 All the real wired ones, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
What's up, everybody? This your boy from Music Pictures. I got the wire ones in the building. What's up? What's up? We gonna have us some fun tonight, man. I'm gonna tell you something. We gonna have us the most enjoyable time. We always have fun.
Yes, sir. Always.
Tonight, we gonna have some extra fun.
Hey.
We gonna have some extra fun as we talk about some technology, and we gonna talk about OnePlus, right?
Mm-hmm.
OnePlus is the hottest news of the day, the hottest news of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I got the wired ones in the building today. We have one member that's absent, right? Actually, two members that's absent.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kimmy. She's probably won't be with us tonight, right? She's not going anywhere, but she had a prior engagement, and she might pop through tonight. But yes, so she won't be here tonight. So us men gonna just take it out. We just go to this. Pull the chains out, and we just go. Let it rip. We go.
Still wear our
All right. So let's get into the how to do it. First of all, I want to say hello to everybody that's joining the stream. Shout out to the replay crew. Y'all guys has been phenomenal. Thank y'all guys for supporting the cause, supporting us for many, many, many years that we've been here on here. But let's talk about. And let's give some disclaimers, right, for all the new people that just started following us. This is a no BS stream, right? We do a little cussing, we do a little, having some fun, but it's all good fun. There's nothing to kind of go off on people and think people we serious. A lot of things we talk about here is just good fun. But without further ado, let's talk about OnePlus.
Yeah.
So OnePlus, fell off. Let's call it how we see it, right? I mean, OnePlus used to be shit, right? Like I was a huge fan of OnePlus. OnePlus One, they was the so-called flagship killer. Yeah. They came up with high specs, low price. Then over the years, they started letting their nuts hang, creeping up with the price a little bit, thinking that their product was better than other product. And then now in 2020, they came out with a device that kind of went a little over the top when it come down to cost. And so a lot of people started saying that OnePlus have lost their ways, have lost their roots. And look, I know it in business, everybody has to make changes, right? But see, here's the problem. The problem is this: us as consumers, I care less what the company does. If you come out with a platform, right? Then all of a sudden, after you done sucked in millions of users because of your platform, then you pull the covers off and say, hey, you know what? We not where we used to be. Here's where we are today. You alienate your customer. My thing is this: don't come out being something that you're not. So I think that's to me how OnePlus played themselves. So now they're $1,000 phone company, right? Cameras, wasn't the greatest in the past, but they have gotten better with Hasselblad.
Correct.
But they try to be ahead of the pack and try to drop Android 12 on the OnePlus 9 series of devices and stuff like that. And it it was a catastrophe. It's been a clusterfuck, right? So I got my OnePlus 9 Pro here.
Yeah,
I
let's
do
do it live
have,
because I don't think it's the Android 12. I think what people were upset about is them switching to Color OS.
yes.
You see
So
what I'm saying?
I do have the update here on my device. I did not update it yet, right?
Okay.
So on this stream live, I will update my OnePlus 9, and we're going to talk about some of the good, the bad, the ugly with it live, right? And
Ooh, a live
go from
update.
there. So we're going to do a live update and go from there. You know, and the reason why is because I saw a post. I saw a lot of people was upset about what OnePlus have done. And so I got the OnePlus 9 Pro. Listen, this phone was $1,200, I think. Paid a lot of money for this phone.
Ridiculous.
So yes, ridiculous. So I'm right now running Android 11. And I do have the Android 12 update, I believe. So what I want to do, I'm going to system updates. All right. So I got system update right here. As we discuss OnePlus, I will update my device and give you guys some commentary on the settings and see if I'm seeing what Jay Will had, right? So let me go into my settings and let's go into about phone and let's go to software version, which I'm already developer, and the model, and let me see. Okay, device. Okay, hang on a second. Let me see. Version 11. Okay. Status. La 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 la. So I'm on about phone and Snapdragon 888 processor. Okay, so I want to show everybody that it right now does say Snapdragon 888 processor, right? But what Jay Will was having when he did his update, it showed the 855 processor. So let's talk about some of the bugs and it's going from what's this OS on there? This is OnePlus.
That's Oxygen OS.
This is Oxygen OS going from Oxygen OS to Color OS, right?
Yeah, they still kind of but yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to commence the update, and while I'm doing this update, we go discuss. What happened with OnePlus. I make videos about OnePlus. I used to say that OnePlus was my fastest phone, period. Like it was no phone that was beating OnePlus when it come down to speed. But guess what? Everybody else started catching up to that genre, right? You had a lot of companies that came out and said, hey, look, we fast too. So OnePlus is no longer, everybody is the same league when it come down to speed. I remember when OnePlus used to beat everybody with RAM, right? When everybody was running 4 gigs of RAM, OnePlus was already at 6 and 8 and gigs of RAM, and people like, wow. OnePlus was specking out their devices, man, and it was putting this overflowing it with high end specs, right? And we appreciated that. You could get I think the OnePlus One was like $399, and it had like all the high end specs, with all the other devices was like $799. So to see where OnePlus started and to see where they at today is a totally different company, right? I know Carl Pye, he left. He got his own brand of nothing. And but I just don't know, man. I pick up the OnePlus. When I pick up a OnePlus, it's a great device, but it's no wow factor. It just reminds you of any other slab phone. What is it about the OnePlus that this blows you away? Besides it being, it's a fast phone. The cameras are decent, right? And when you have a lot of companies out there that brings the thunder, what makes OnePlus stand ahead of the crowd?
Yeah, I think
nothing anymore.
I think one thing that messed them up too is this year they couldn't go full bore because of the 888. So they couldn't just say, let's, balls to the wall, make this thing go, because it's going to throttle. The 888 just was a bad processor for them, right? So they lost their speed or perceived speed advantage. They could at least go on that. And they only really had just started to mimic Samsung So if you look at Samsung, how they set up their settings, all that stuff to where it's more user friendly with one-handed use on bigger slabs, they didn't have the features that Samsung has, like how they do split screen, DeX, all this other stuff, Samsung Flow. So that's what they were trying to build. And then marketing got involved and started making these missteps this year. So they brought out a good phone that really didn't differentiate. You know, like if I was marketing, all I would have talked about at launch was this is the best wide angle camera on the planet. That's all I would have talked about. I would have talked about it so much that there were reports, and it's like, well, they're not saying, OnePlus is really not saying this, but it's really, if you get this for the wide angle, you know, so they at least have something that draws people in. But I just thought they made marketing mistake after marketing mistake after marketing mistake. Like the one we talked about, they put in that fix for the issues with the 888. And instead of calling out Qualcomm, they're like, no, we can't do that because that's who we buy our processor from. They point the fingers at themselves. It's like, no, you're trying to fix this. You should have said something, you know?
And you know what? And I agree with you on that. And I think, well, OnePlus, I mean, when Carl Pei was there, he was, you know, he was a sly debonair, right? He was well-spoken type of guy.
Correct.
He talked about, you know, how their devices was for the people because OnePlus got this huge community. So what they did was they listened to the people to fix whatever issues that they had. So I think, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, so I'm updating my OnePlus and so the update that I just did, it was a bug fix. It was only 150 megs. Okay, so I'm still on Android 11. I'm still on Android 11. Yeah, I'm still on Android 11. That was it. That was just a bug fix.
Damn.
Oh well. So guess what? I don't have the update. I don't have the update.
Oh damn.
So Michael, it wasn't exactly they got caught up with throttling. What happened is they knew Qualcomm had released a dud, so they added and pointed all the blame at themselves. They, instead of just saying, hey, we're going to release this fix, they kind of was like, hey, we're not going to put any bad light to Qualcomm, so we're just gonna do what Red said. I'm just gonna tuck my chain in. They were like, we're just gonna slide this in. You see what I'm saying? But they weren't caught throttling because easy, you can go look at his video.
Yeah.
When it has that there, it's beating this the S21 Ultra. Yeah. Pretty easily.
And you know what's so funny? I actually took up for OnePlus. Like when everybody was slamming OnePlus for throttling certain apps, right? So what I did was I was using the OnePlus 9 Pro and I'm opening up the apps that everybody was complaining about. And I'm like, this app is opening up just like normal, just like, you know, any other app. So what I did was I took the OnePlus 9 Pro against the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and the OnePlus 9 Pro beat the Galaxy S21 Ultra in app opening. So it wasn't the throttling, it wasn't the one that hurt. I just think
it was a marketing around
perception.
like,
it's the market. It's a perception, right? Because the device worked great. And shout out to T-Hop. Appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate you. If you want to become a member, we will leave the link. If somebody want to post a link, leave the link for anybody that want to become a member. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your support. Now, OnePlus is the best now, and I'm just talking Pixel. This is the probable OnePlus right here.
That's
the Pixel 6.
Yep.
Go ahead. If the Pixel 6 come out at $599 and the Pixel 6 Pro come out at $799, that means that if the OnePlus 10 come out at over $1,000, how could you justify at this point?
The problem that they have right now, the problem that they have right now is Samsung ecosystem. A lot of the Chinese OEMs have a really robust pro mode, right? Apple has iMessage. Right now, there's not as much differentiating them, and you got Pixel that has got all these convenience features, you know, at a lower price. So,
yeah. And so that's the thing. Look, don't get me wrong. I would tell you this much. I think the Pixel have changed the landscape because Samsung got to release a Galaxy S21 FE. We already know it's the same body style as the Galaxy S21. We already know this already. It's all about the price point. It's nothing that the Samsung is going to bring to the table that's going to wow you. It's all about the price point. So if the Galaxy S21 FE come out at a $899 or $799 price point, anything that's above the $599 price point, the question will come out. Okay, is it $200-$300 better than the Pixel 6? So I think Samsung got an issue here. Yeah. Think about this. Motorola got an issue.
Yeah.
Because now if you come out with a Stylo 7 or Stylo 8, you can't price it above $599. You see what I'm saying? So, and then if Google release the Pixel 6a, we heard that it's going to have the same Tensor chip, right, with 6 gigs of RAM at a lower price than the Pixel 6 with the same body style. That right there, that take care of the budget market.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over the budget market. Like that's going to be my recommendation. Yep.
But you know what? I love it. I love it because
it's going to force. It's going to force.
It forces two things. It forces companies to drop their prices because that's what it does. And even if you do say, you know what, I screw Google, we still gonna sell this phone for $799. Then people say, well, okay, what are you bringing to the table with a 700 series processor or 600 series processor with 4 gigs of RAM that's going to be better than the Pixel 6? Right. Obviously, the cameras ain't gonna be better.
No.
So what is it, right?
No.
What
in-store marketing will be.
Oh, you're
for what?
He's joke. That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
So but you know what? I love it. I love it because here's the problem.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It changed the landscape, right?
Yes, it changed the landscape, and the thing is that's the reason why all I saw with Pixel this year is win for the consumers, because it's forced a lot of boardroom conversation of how we're gonna a delay of the FE. That I could, if I'm the head of the mobile division, how am I going to release the FE back then? I've got to go regroup with my camp and see how are we going to sell this thing. Obviously, we are the top dog, but savvy people are like, why am I paying this? Like you said. And now they've got the mid-range. If the 6A comes to pass and it looks like the 6 and it has Tensor, and don't let it have a GN1, it's over with.
Yeah.
Done.
And so for everybody that just joining us, I thought that I was going to be able to show you guys Android 12 on my OnePlus 9 Pro, but because when I turned on the device, it popped up an update. So once it popped up an update, I felt that there was going to be Android 12, but it was only a bug fix. So I did not get I didn't get Android 12 on my device, but we are discussing OnePlus in the mock-ups. Look, I tell you, I felt Jay Will. If y'all didn't know who Jay Will is, everybody on the planet knows who J.L. Williams is, right? He posts on Twitter his issues with the OnePlus 9, right? When he updated to Android 12, it was showing Snapdragon 855. He was just basically letting people in OnePlus be aware of the bugs or whatever like that. And I think I would have felt some kind of way too. People was in the comments responding, and in that same post, OnePlus responded to somebody that responded on his post instead of responding to the person that made the post.
Yeah, that's
so that kind of that's
what I'm saying. It's not the phone. It's OnePlus.
Right.
How are you doing this right now?
A dumb plus.
You knew you were making a major change to your OS. You weren't going to put all the features in it. You had a good phone. You had a good baseline of hardware. Software was solid. It just didn't have as much. And then someone is not trolling you. They're just saying, hey, you just want to point out this bug.
Yeah.
And you skip them over and respond to the other people.
And not only that, but he also made a post saying that he posted his issues in the community. and he got blocked and banned. They removed his post and they banned him. I think he said that hurt because he was just posting information about his situation and his issue about the device that he had when he updated to the new operating system to the new and I mean they actually give him the middle finger. It's a middle finger. And look, Jay Will got pissed and he sold all this shit. He got every right. I can't blame him. He sold it for a damn good price, by the way. He sold it for damn good. Hey, we got our sponsor in the building. So hold on, we got our sponsor in the building. So hold on, let's do this. Let's do this sponsor spot. So because I don't want, I don't want to hurt the sponsor in the building. So I'm gonna go live here. So a part of this live stream is sponsored by SepDog, right? If you if you want to go deaf, go down and check out their channel, and show them some love. And when you check out his channel, he's got all kinds of doobie dabs and all kinds of things going on this channel. He did a great review right here. But the only issue that I got, the Liberty 3s, right? But can you go deaf? That's the thing. Can you go deaf? Can you go deaf? And I just want to bring that up.
Can you go deaf?
Oh man.
So once again, part of this live stream is sponsored by SepDog. Can you go deaf?
Can you go deaf? Hey, that's very thoughtful of you.
That is, because he wants to make sure it's not just you; it would be both of us.
Oh, you ain't shit easy.
Yeah, big house, huh? What?
So I just want to give a huge shout out to Septon. Y'all go check out his Liberty 3 video.
Yeah,
and let it.
It's a good video, guys.
It's a really good video.
Great video.
Yeah, it's an awesome video. That's why part of this live stream is sponsored by SepDog. Can you go deaf? Mm-hmm. Straight up by the Liberty 3 Pros. Check him out. Go subscribe to the channel. And when you hit the comments, put in, can you go get deaf? Wait, can you go deaf? Put that in the comments.
Put that hashtag, can you go deaf?
Yeah, put the hashtag, can you go deaf
link
in that video.
Link in Septon's video for his video is
Septon. That's right.
I'm glad you asked.
Can you go deaf?
All right, so we got our first super chat of the day, and you know what? I got some for Savage Scientist. Savage. We got some for you, big dog. But you know what? No, we go calm him down a little bit. We go do this for Savage. Look, first of all, this is PG-13. All right, and Savage might go to the bathroom after he see this. He goes,
getting money, getting money. Getting money, getting money, let's go. Getting money, 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 getting money.
Oh, thank you. See, Savage.
Basketballs on the bed. Basketballs on the bed in the great hands. Woo.
Oh man, let me tell y'all something. Hey, I told y'all we men tonight, right? We Look, and I'm showing Kimmy. I know Kimmy on the roll, right? She looking at this like these motherfuckers. Oh man, shout out to Kimmy. All right. So what's next for OnePlus? I mean, the OnePlus 10 got to be a knockout. The OnePlus 10 has to be. It's probably do or die for OnePlus. You cannot come out with a slab phone and charge $1,100-$1,200 and talk about, well, we got a Hasselblad camera on it. Fuck that. You cannot come out with a phone with 12 gigs of RAM and the 8 series processor in it, right? Which is the new one, and talk about, oh, we are built for speed. And I'm saying to myself, guess what? Every phone is fast right now. You can't talk about speed. You can't talk about design. You can't talk about displays, because if you're not putting a 4K display in there, you can't talk about displays. You can't talk about 120 hertz displays. Okay, even at 144 hertz, you can't talk. But even at 144 hertz, you're not the first. Gaming phones been 140 hertz for years.
But
so
you know
what
they
is
will be the first at though, Eric? Since we got like 12 gigs, 16, 20 gigs, they might fuck around and put 32 gigs in the bitch.
But for what though?
Yeah,
to be the first.
I think the move for them, because I don't think they're gonna have time to add all these new features that they need to add.
Yeah, right.
I think what is going to be is, what do you think of most reviews out there, like the ones that get early, the print media and all that stuff? They're going to focus on camera.
Yeah.
So they have to. They've got Vivo and they've got Oppo right there. You got to steal some of those cameras. You got to be like, hey, give me the design with these cameras in it, so it can at least lead with that. Like, oh man, this is. We had the best wide angle last year. Now we've got the best main sensor. We went with the GN2, something.
And
but you know what's so funny? Go ahead.
I'm about to say, this is what, their second year with the partnership with Hasselblad.
Hasselblad, yes.
Hasselblad is gonna have more input.
Yeah, more input.
More shit to do with the cameras this year.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. When we got this, let's go down the memory lane. When the Surface Duo 1, cameras was not that great. I mean, complete dumpster fire. A lot of people say that when the Surface Duo 2 come out, the cameras has to be like amazing. Right. So Microsoft put 3 cameras on the Surface Duo on the Surface Duo 2, and they still suck. So here's the problem with that. More cameras don't mean that it's better. Right. It's the cameras, the hardware and software. It's so what OnePlus got to do. If they go team up with Hasselblad, you got to get a software team to make it like how Google been using the same sensors on their Pixels for years, but it has still maintained the best how they did it, right? Because of software. And I think that's when it comes down to. Right, it's the software. That's why the Pixel 4, the Pixel 4a, and the Pixel 3 all had the same cameras, but the software was so fucking good, it still was beating everything out there.
But that's what they have to do. That's what everybody else is doing. Like if you look at Vivo, you look at all of them, they are adding a lot of stuff to their app. They're doing things like it's not just the high-end Vivo and the Pixel that you don't have to use portrait mode to get a portrait, have bokeh. You literally have Vivo with their lower-end lenses where you pull them out and take a picture and you're like, that's bokeh right there? I'm not in portrait mode. So they've got to do something. The bottom line is, I know what you're saying, Easy, but they have to do it, because how are they going to add, they only got a few months left to add all these other features that are not part of the phone.
And you know what? Now they switched to a new operating system with
correct
with ColorOS. So that's the problem. What's next for OnePlus, right? I mean, fuck, man, you can't look when the OnePlus 9. And this is the thing, and how I think a couple of YouTube content creators say this, and I say this also. When you buy a phone, you want the phone good for that day. Like, I mean, when you buy a product, you listen to the promises and you buy that device for what it can do today, not what it can do tomorrow, right? So even though we all I bought the OnePlus 9 Pro with the expectations that the cameras was going to be state of the art. I'm not saying that the cameras are bad. I'm saying that the cameras are not state of the art. Not for $1,200 fucking dollars, right? I paid $1,200 bones for it. $1,200. It is not the cameras is not $1,200. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I made a video between the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 9, and you don't see groundbreaking image quality between both of those devices.
I'm pretty sure the selfie looked better on the OnePlus 7 Pro.
That's right. The selfie looked better on the OnePlus 7 Pro versus the OnePlus 9 Pro. And that's the issue, because you could buy a OnePlus 7 Pro for some pennies right now, right? I mean, the shit is cheap. You could buy it for freaking $1.99. So why spend $1,200 on the device with the expectation of cameras? Because you think about it like this. Every OnePlus, from the OnePlus 6 to OnePlus 7 Pros, and they are fast. So speed is not the issue. The design of it it's a beautiful design from the 6 all up to the 9. So the design is great. You got 120 hertz displays on them, 90 hertz displays, 120. So that's not the display.
No. The 7 Pro is a work of art compared to the rest of them, period.
Oh, I would agree. The 7 Pro is my favorite. Oh my God. Listen, the reason why I did not buy the OnePlus 8 is because how good the OnePlus 7 is. The OnePlus 7 Pro is a freaking masterpiece, you know, and I think that's where OnePlus screwed up. Instead of capitalizing on how good the OnePlus 7 Pro was, they started putting the notch on it, right? They got the notch, and they went away with the beauty and the collectible type of device that they had, the OnePlus 7 Pro. So here we are, OnePlus 10 coming out in a few months. What they're going to do to sell this phone for $1,200? That's the thing. Because that's going to be the price point. $1,200.
Yeah. It's got to be the cameras, because I just don't see them doing a lot with the software.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't. Look, I mean, it's got to be something freaking shocking for OnePlus to turn heads with the OnePlus 10. They cannot come out with the design. I tell you what, in 2020,
there's a lot of beautiful designs right now.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
So we already, I mean, most phones got 120 hertz displays. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm looking at it. Look, I look at it like this. Even Samsung is going to be very difficult for Samsung to justify a whole lot. Now, I understand with the Galaxy S22 Ultra, they're going with the pen, the Galaxy Note. I think they go focus a little on that, which that's going to bring in the Note users and so I think Samsung may have a good play in 2022 versus a lot of other people, right? I mean, Samsung go put the pen in the device. They're going to have,
I don't even think Samsung, to me, I don't even think they need to change the cameras. They can keep the same camera. If they integrate that pen, I think they're good. You know, and in the body of the device, they got the Note. Hey, Note, we're right back. Hey, you Note lovers, here is the new Note.
And that's going to be and you know what? And I know what Samsung gonna do. First of all, Samsung will drop the briefcase. Right?
Oh yeah.
Second of all, Samsung have you seen the renders of these colors? That beautiful red, that all these colors that Samsung probably going to come out with, which are going to attract a lot of users. So they're going to drop the briefcase. They're making it the Galaxy Note, right? And so you got a lot of things that Samsung will put to the table that's going to entice a lot of people to buy their product. What will OnePlus do to do exactly what Samsung is about to do? That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I called Pate, gave him the middle finger and rolled out and said, you know what, OnePlus, I got nothing. Let me roll out. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that too, that who's the leadership and what you're going to do? Because, I mean, it's in the smartphone market, you know, even if you say, you know, outside of the United States, by the way, I mean, I mean, look, I got the Realme GT with the 888 processor with 812 gigs of RAM, and that phone cost $500.
Yep, exactly.
$500 brand new. So, I mean, what? Then you got the 6 Pro, you know, $800. What you gonna do?
I don't know.
It's very difficult for OnePlus, because right now OnePlus ain't even hyping it. You know how OnePlus used to lead up to the hype, right? To their next device. You'll see them all on Twitter. You'll see them, you know, doing all kinds of cuckoo things to try to hype their product. They're not doing shit right now.
They ain't doing anything.
Besides dealing with the issues with the OnePlus 9, Android 12, they're dealing with that right now. Well, not Android 12, but ColorOS and the software. Right? I ain't gonna say Android 12. I would say the operating system is a clusterfuck right now.
Yeah.
So what they gonna put to the table? That's the whole thing. And it's like OnePlus kind of reminded me of Blockbuster, man. Blockbuster is fucking just like, I don't know. Then all of a sudden they gone.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out quick.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't know. I used to.
It's funny to use the Blockbuster reference because much like Blockbuster thought they were too good, and they were charging people too much money to keep things on their shelves for priority. And then along came this company called Netflix, which was like, "Oh, we don't care, just come on over."
Yep.
And the rest is history.
Yep. And that's the thing. So when you look at what Blockbuster did, it just kind of remind me of what OnePlus is doing, right? I mean, look, you can still sell slab phones because not everybody wants foldables, right? Not everybody wants flips. Not everybody wants foldables. But you have to be competitive, especially if you go sell a phone for $1,200. If you go sell it, because now you got Samsung that got the Z Flip for under $1,000. It's hard, man. It's very difficult to sell a phone where you have companies selling devices way cheaper and give you better bang for your buck.
Yeah,
that's the thing. If I'm a OnePlus fan and I upgraded my device to the new ColorOS, I will be upset because you went from a clean operating system to a buggy operating system. That's mind-blowing. Think about that for a second. Your OnePlus been working fine for a whole year, right? Since you've been having it. Then all of a sudden you see, operating system update, and you're like, oh yeah, I got the new update. You click on it, you update it, and bam, now you're in the freaking turmoil.
So wait a second. So that's not what I heard. So, and I could just be misinformed. I thought it was just the reason why people are complaining so much about it is ColorOS is much different than what their normal experience is.
Yeah, but some people be reporting.
I know that
bug.
Yeah,
stuff
I know
like
about
that.
the 855 report and all that stuff.
Yeah, but people be reporting all kinds of issues and bugs, and I believe XDA dropped a post about some of the issues and bugs and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't have it. I'm trying to update it, but I don't have it. So, but a lot of people been discussing some of the issues that they've been having with it. So I don't know. Somebody said OnePlus merged with LG. I think LG was a better phone. I think the V60 is a better phone. And if LG
before that, if
that's what I'm saying. So if LG would have came out with a V70 and capitalized on how good the V60 was, it would have been a dominating factor. The dual screens, right? You had dual screens. You probably wouldn't have had the big notch, right? They probably would have put 120 hertz display on it. Obviously would have had the 888 processor with about 12 gigs of RAM. Quad DAC, exactly. Quad DAC, a freaking headphone jack, right? Quad DAC. Probably go put a power brick in the box. Those type of things. Those things would have escalated LG better than OnePlus. So I don't think that. And look, to be honest with you, the reason why LG is gone is it's not because of the bad product. And obviously they did have bad product in the past. It was just management. It was marketing, management. It was people that was running the mobile department. It was a lot of people that it was a lot of things that was going wrong internally versus the product. They couldn't get the product in people's hands. Why? It's because they couldn't market it right. So they couldn't get the product in people's hand, right? So that's the problem. They bring the briefcase to the bigger people to make sure that they market their stuff properly. So it's a lot of things with that. I promise you, the marketing that Google is doing and the marketing that Samsung does. If LG did the same type of marketing, going on Twitter, kind of, throwing shade and all that stuff, being like throwing shade and all that stuff like that. Do that type of stuff. It brings awareness. It get people to talk about you. People talk about you. People buy your product, and that's the thing. Couldn't do it, and that's what happened with Google. We for a whole year, what did we do? We kept on hearing so much good stuff about the Pixel. So we talked about it day in and day out. Team Pixel got the devices. They've been making videos. I tell they blue in the face. Every time you turn around, you got Team Pixel making videos and content about the devices. That's marketing. That's why you can't even get a damn Pixel right now. It's all sold out. You know why? It's because the strategy, the marketing, the thought process that Google did, besides having inventory, by the way, all right? That somebody fucked up on that aspect. But as far as marketing, get everybody to talk about it, whether or not it's good or bad. Bad marketing is good as good marketing, right? So it don't matter, right? But as much as people talked about the Pixel and still talking about the Pixel, Google can't even keep the shit on the shelf. So that tells you a whole lot about their thought process and their plan, because they planned it correctly. The only problem what they planned is that they didn't have the product to cover the expectations, right? Maybe they thought that we might sell just maybe 10 to 15% more devices than last year, but the expectations was probably 10 to 15% uprise. Then they got a 50% uprise, and now they can't keep up with demand, which is not a bad thing, but still demand is demand. People can't get their Pixels and people pissed off and that type of stuff. But I believe that if Google go with the Pixel 6a, because guess what? Marketing, they should have the product and they should do very well. I don't know.
Yeah, I sent a message to LaShawn earlier. I was at a packed place because Florida's wide open. There had to be 100 people in there in this restaurant. So I said, let me sit out in the bar outside so I got at least some air. And there's 4 lawyers across from me, all young, 13 Pro Max, other 2 over here, 13 Pro Max, and there was a guy that couldn't stay off his phone with his Pixel, brand new Pixel 6. I was like, how often you see Pixel 6s with, dude couldn't even stay off his phone. He's like, man, I love this dang thing.
And you know what? Anything about it is once you see the photos and the portrait photos that come out the Pixel 6, man, that right there, you be thinking, okay, I don't need to go buy a $2,000 camera to make this happen, right? And not only that, but you got a device that's in your pocket that can do outstanding footage like that. And it just does something about photography that a lot of companies try to catch up. And look, don't get me wrong, Samsung photography is really good. Apple photography is really good. It's just not on that level as a Pixel. And it has not been on the level of a Pixel for years, for a very long time. Now, the other companies do other things like put 8K recording, which they took away. They try to do, better video, pro mode and stuff like that. Those type of things that escalated Samsung and other companies to have a better overall camera system than a Pixel. But when it come down to still footage, Pixel's still king at. But when it come down to overall, that Google fixed the video, right? The video been fixed. But overall, Pixels I think this was a coming out party for Google.
Oh, I think so.
Now,
I think the next thing
capitalize it.
So like if everybody sees here, like it looks dark black, right? So what Pixel does in video, and their video is real good. They go for high contrast, and they've always done that. Their app is always tilted to if I took a video with a Pixel of this, you would see like almost sparklies that would be like grain in the dark areas because they want to make sure they have the exposure correct here on the subject. Whereas like the other phones, especially like iPhones, they'll crush the blacks. And they're both wrong, right? They're both wrong, but I always tend to, even though I would never do it for my mirrorless setup, I always go in favor crushed blacks on a phone setup because I don't really care if you're super accurate on the black as long as my subject. So there's little things like that Google has to work on, Apple has to work on, but the thing is they're at least in the game. This is the first year that I've literally switched to, unless I'm doing something for easy, but if I'm doing stuff on my own, all my stuff, all my B-roll pretty much is with my Pixel. Yeah. That would never happen before. All my B-roll switched to my Pixel. That would never happen.
Yeah.
I'd look at something like they're crazy if they said, "Oh yeah, use your Pixel to shoot that B-roll." Nah.
Shout out to Nikki.
Oh yeah, what's up, Nikki? Nikki's been coming back.
Nikki was there. Been a minute.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Big bigs. I mean, look, I think LG marketing budget. And I think here's the problem. As I've been covering LG for years, you know what the problem with LG? I think they were scared.
I think they didn't think their devices were as good as they were.
Exactly.
It was weird. Like, how do you come out with an LG Wing and not market it? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I think LG was scared.
Nothing for that.
I'm telling you, if
not a commercial, I didn't see not one commercial.
Man, y'all wouldn't have heard the end. If last year Pixel was like, and one more thing, we have the Pixel Wing, me and LaShawn would have lost our mind.
Man,
about the normal Pixel
Wing. Oh my God. Would have been
and that's the thing. I think, LG for maybe 10 years failed tremendously in marketing. Let's think about this. They released a device that had full pen support with the LG Stylo software, ported over, and they never told nobody.
Yeah.
They never told nobody.
But I want to say, like, I don't think it's all hard. I really think, just say LG failed. I think OnePlus this year failed miserably.
They failed.
Miserably. Their marketing was horrible. Like I said, you had to sell that ultra wide.
I'm a mute.
Oh,
I'm a mute. Scoot. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you have to. The bottom line is engineering comes up what they do. And then marketing will have technical people, engineers on that team that have to market the device. So you work with engineer and you go, okay, so it's the same main sensor. Okay, this is what people thought about the main sensor last year. This ultra wide is. Then you go off and you market it. You're like, hey, this is the differentiating factor. You don't go like, hey, everybody, we're the same. Is everybody? We got the same. We're same speed, same everything.
Right. Same everything. Bye.
And what's so funny? That right, this comment right here about desktop mode. So LG had released an update for the desktop mode, right? Mm-hmm. I made a video about that. I made a video about LG's desktop mode when they updated it. And
we got another thing. Guess what they didn't market too? Remember we talked about this because Kimmy told you, and then you did videos on it. Pen support. Remember they didn't market it. How do you not market that?
Come on, man.
Am I better now?
Yeah, you good.
The LG Wing, the LG Velvet, the LG V60 had complete pen support with bamboo pen support with pressure sensitivity and stylo software already included in the device, and they didn't fucking market it. They didn't tell nobody. They didn't. It was a clusterfuck. I could not believe that LG did that. I'm sitting around there like, what the fuck? Like, we got to figure it out on our own. How the average consumer is gonna buy your product when you don't tell them the main feature? You know what? If I was LG, I would have came out and said, hey, Galaxy Note, right? The Galaxy Note 20 was out. I would say, listen, our product is cheaper. I got a dual display that you could put on there. Plus, I got pen support and I got software to match. Plus, my shit was $500 cheaper.
But what Eric, the fuck? Eric, it fits right into my theory about it was set up to fail in the first place. It was a way to clear money. It was set up to fail. They knew they were clearing money off the books by using LG Mobile. That's why they did it.
Yeah, you said that.
It was absolutely set up to fail. They had no intentions of ever selling that phone. Either one of them. No intentions of selling them. That's why they didn't market them. But hey, when you can clear a couple $1 billion out off the top of the company and call it good, why not? Why not do it?
Yeah. And I think it was a wrong strategy. It's a wrong strategy. It was a wrong strategy, and now they out the game right now.
It was the correct strategy though, because they were trying to get rid of it in the first place.
Yeah, probably so.
It's a terrible strategy for us consumers because we lost something that was actually really good, but they didn't care. If they could clear a couple $1 billion, they can clear a couple $1 billion.
Well, okay, so you think OnePlus is doing the same strategy because they look like they're going down the same rabbit hole?
I think they just are messing up.
OnePlus, I think OnePlus is leaning into where their money is, and that's with Vivo. And they're just kind of going, hey, here it is. They're our money now, so we kind of go where they go.
Yeah.
So the innovation that was there is gone because they have no reason to be innovative. They're not trying to make any money. They're set.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So when we jump into this OnePlus issue, right? Do OnePlus even fucking care? That's the thing. I mean, Carl Pye. I mean, look, when I used to watch his keynote addresses, he kind of sold me on how genuine he was because he was smooth about it. He kind of reminded me of the Microsoft guy, right? I mean, a smooth operator. He was talking about how OnePlus is for the people, right? He had a community of people that they listened to, and you know, it was different back then when Carl Pye took over, right? Was running OnePlus. Now Carl Pye gone, but it's been a year now, and you can see the damage. That you just don't see how OnePlus can recover. Now they got to release a phone in 3 months, and the OnePlus 10 has to be ground. You cannot put the Snapdragon 8 series processor in there with 12 gigs of RAM and say, here it is. We got Hasselblad, $1,200. Yay!
Yeah.
Nobody ain't gonna buy this shit. Ain't nobody gonna buy it. They got a problem. That's a huge problem, and it's called after CES, which you know everybody getting hyped up for CES, and everybody and you got companies that gonna be dropping nuts. And OnePlus, if OnePlus ain't got the nuts, they gonna get rolled over.
To me, it would be so simple. All they got to do is keep the wide angle, add a GN2, and then market it. They just they got to market.
But are we past cameras though? That's the thing. I know we've been for years.
No, I think we are, right? But I think we are. Who they have to sell the phone to is not us, because we'll give it an honest assessment. Yeah. But every time they go to the big people, it's going to turn into a camera conspiracy. It's always going to do that. And right now they have nothing that differentiates them.
Well, for years, OnePlus been lying to us for years. Remember, go back to the OnePlus 3 and the OnePlus 4 and the OnePlus 5. They always talk about how good their fucking cameras was. Mm-hmm. And soon they hit the market, there was a dud. For years, OnePlus was lying to us, right? I mean, they had all these professional photographers that come on stage and come telling you, these are cameras that I can use. My God, these are the best cameras on the planet. And then when the consumers started getting the phone, they're like, these cameras are trash. And so I think OnePlus been lying to us about their cameras for a long time. If their cameras was that great back in the OnePlus 3, OnePlus 4, they wouldn't have to pay Hasselblad millions upon millions of dollars to put a name on their camera arrays for them to help them have better cameras.
Exactly. That was their marketing. They spent it on Hasselblad.
Right. But when you look at the OnePlus 9 Pro compared to the OnePlus 8 that I've seen a lot of videos on, or even the OnePlus 7 Pro videos that I made, I didn't see a difference too much in the as far as photos and video, but in the front-facing camera, the OnePlus 7 Pro beats the OnePlus 9 Pro. So in that aspect, why the hype and the hoopla, the Hasselblad, and all this bullshit, when in actuality, OnePlus lying to us again.
Mm-hmm.
They're lying to us again. So how you gonna distinguish the difference between reality and bullshit until reviewers get the devices in hand?
Well, one like this, I'll just tell you what is going to differentiate for me is when they announce what is on what sensors they're using. You see what I'm saying? If it's the same main sensor as it was last year, I'm not saying it's a bad sensor. It's not a world-class sensor. So like I said, if they put in one of the new hotness sensors that a lot of phones are coming out and it's like, oh, you don't need portrait mode anymore, then you got my attention.
But Barry,
you see what I'm saying?
Think about this, Barry. Microsoft did the same fucking thing. They have no software.
But the thing is, but easy. There is not one sensor on the Microsoft that people are raving about. Like literally, people rave about the OnePlus wide angle, the 13 Pro Max is wide angle, and the Mi 11 Ultra is wide angle because the OnePlus and the Mi 11 Ultra use the same. The iPhone just knocked it out of the park, but it's tied to a big release, and it's Samsung has created, Zeiss has created this wow type sensor. Microsoft didn't do that. Microsoft was just like, hey, we're putting better sensors, but they didn't go out and put the best that they could get, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I get what you're saying, but I think that's what's going to happen, you know, or it's going to have to happen.
So as we reach the top of the hour, again, a portion of this video is sponsored by Septon, right? I Go Deaf? Go check out this video, the Liberty 3 Pros, and drop a hashtag in this video.
Right.
I Go Deaf? You know, coming from Easy Computer Solutions, and from Wide Winds. Go to this video, show them some love, watch it, and put in hashtag I Go Deaf? So portion of this video is sponsored by Septon Patterson.
So it's link is in the description.
His link is in the description.
Actually, sorry. The link is in the chat. Sorry about that.
The link is in the chat.
Can I go deaf?
Can you Oh, Michael, which one do you have?
Y'all look, there you go. He just got 137 views from us. Hey, there you go. There you go. All right, Michael Pepper. Let's see what he said. Default sensor, default camera settings, and everything need to be good without making the user change or search to improve the experience. How many users change anything from default? I agree. This is why a lot of people pick up an iPhone, go to the camera, and hit the shutter button. That's it. That's what people want to do. But the prosumer does things differently.
Correct. Yeah.
Like the prosumer will go into video pro mode. They will tinker around with the ISO, the aperture, and stuff like that. So prosumers do things different. But I agree that the average consumer, they just open up the camera, and if the pictures suck when they hit the shutter button, if a device ruin their photos, they will call it out and they will fucking get rid of it. And you know what people would say? See that? I told you should have got an iPhone. You fucked around with a OnePlus. Why? When the iPhone go take care of it, great. See, this is the thing that happened. So when people say, you know what, I want to leave the iPhone ecosystem, but this OnePlus, T-Mobile trying to get it to me for free. I'm gonna take this OnePlus 9 Pro for free, and I'm gonna get rid of my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Then now you're in the clusterfuck, because now you take a photo and it's not as good as the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Then you got everybody, all your peers around. You got iPhone 13 taking photos that's better than yours. and now you're feeling some kind of way, and that's the problem.
Hey.
Oh,
so this is the first time I got this question. Okay, so this is okay. So I see this is the first person asked this question, and I think my viewers have the right to know. Barry helps me out, right? And he's an awesome content creator, and yes, he does post content of great videos on my channel because I asked him to. And everybody that posts comments in the videos that he done for me, it's all been positive. So that's why. And he's been doing an awesome job, by the way. So yeah, it's and you know what? Another reason why is because I am overwhelmed with reviews. I have abundance of product reviews to do, so I reached out and I need help. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I reached out and I need help, because I'm a one-man band and I have literally a lot of reviews to do, and I just look for that my inner circle of people that I trust, so the people on this panel is the people that I trust. This is why when you saw a video of me talk about content creators, these guys right here was all on my video.
Yep.
Because I have that faith and trust in these guys. So, that's one of the reasons why you see Barry posted videos on my channel and stuff like that. There you go.
He said he liked them though. So
yeah, and that's good. That's good. And look, I'm transparent, right? I'm not the type of guy. I'm not the type of guy that will say, "And none of your fucking business why he posted videos on my channel." No, I'm transparent. I want people to understand that if you follow me, you following transparency and realness.
Right.
In realness, that's the key to success. I say this in my LGV60 video. You have to watch. Think about who you following, and stop listening to everything you see on the internet.
Yeah.
And I mention that a lot is because the fucking suck shit that come out on the internet is beyond bullshit sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you this much. If you follow me or you follow my peers, they ain't gonna give you that bullshit, right? They go give you cut and dry realism. Now, me, I like to make my videos pretty. So of course you're gonna see entertainment. You're gonna see but I mean that's I got 5 cameras here. Of course I got to utilize them, right? Fuck. So yes, you will see entertainment in my videos because I'm utilizing the $100,000 worth of equipment I got sitting up in here. So and I'm not mad at people that got one camera set up and stuff that.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 4 camera setup up in here, and I'm gonna use every fucking camera that I got. So that's why you see cutscenes and B-rolls and prettiness and music in the background and all that on my videos. It's because I'm utilizing the equipment that I invest in because my viewers invested in me. Mm-hmm. So I'm giving back to my viewers by giving them better content, better camera angles, and stuff like that. So that's what we all supposed to be doing, right? Yeah, after being on YouTube for a long period of time, people invest in you. And so when people invest in you, you have to show them that that the investment that they put in you is you leveling up.
Correct.
Now, if you don't level up, that people feel some kind of way, and they have every right to, because at this point we are public figures now, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you're on YouTube, you're in the public side. So listen, I got people that have been following me for 6 years. They've seen the progression, how my video used to suck, and I get people say that easy, I stopped watching you because your videos wasn't that great, but now your videos is now goddamn to the next level, and I love to hear the feedback from my community. The only way I get better, only way we all get better is we hear that constructive criticism from our viewers and other people out there that believe in us. And so that's what we do. This is what we do. So Yeah, that's it. I mean, I tell any content creator, you can lie to people, but you can't lie to yourself.
Nah.
That's right.
You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. And you know what you can't lie? You can lie about all the product that you got, and you can fake it that you got this $20,000 this and $10,000, but your bank account ain't gonna lie. You can lie about everything, but your bank account ain't gonna lie. And that's the whole thing. You gotta be truthful to your people, be truthful to yourself, and don't lie to your community. I see this a lot. Man, let me tell you something. I don't care how other people run their channels, but boy, I see a lot of fake shit out there. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it is what it is, right? But I always tell my viewers, you know, do research on the content creator. Do your research on people before you follow them. You know, if they for the real or they bullshit. I promise you. If you do your research on content creators that you follow, you're going to know the difference between shit and sugar. You're going to know the difference between shit and sugar. That's it.
Shit and sugar. I just got a little excited, Barry.
I know, I saw that.
I just got a little excited. I was like, what? Oh, let me calm down. Let me calm down.
So
I'll
look
let
at
you
this.
know backstage, Barry. Eric, I'll let you know backstage.
LaShawn, I'm just gonna say I called it.
You should make a series call yourself Teach the Preacher's Progression.
I mentioned that.
All right, you called it too, Barry. You called it too.
We called it. How about that, Scoop? We called it.
Yeah, I think it should be retitled. Can I call it? Sponsored by
I call it. I like
Septi and Patterson.
Yes,
Go watch that.
Septi and Patterson. And look, here's the thing. Sometimes people don't want to hear real. They want to hear what. Think about this for a second. If somebody just spent $2,000 on a Galaxy Z Fold a device, right? It don't matter if it's Samsung or Apple, whatever. You want to hear a content creator validate your purchase. So when that content creator critique your purchase, like how we talking about Oneplus,
right?
They go get down in their feelings. They get down in their feelings. Say, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, because my Oneplus and my Apple device is great. You suck and all this here. But you have to have an open mind. You have to have an open mind about what we do here. It's no perfect phone, obviously, right?
No.
But I say it in the video. It's whatever good for you. You can have a blue phone in your pocket. And if that blue phone in your pocket, take the best photos, the fastest device, the display is great, everything is good with that phone, then that is your phone of the year. Don't matter what we say. They ain't got nothing to do with what we say. So, you know, and that's the thing. I think people getting their feelings. And look, and going to 2022, you know, we're going to keep up the momentum of realness.
Yeah, got to.
We're going to keep up the listen, I don't care if people say, you know what, I like to listen to fake people, so I'm going to unsubscribe. Okay, cool. Go listen to fake. Here, we gonna give it to you real. And you know what's so funny? People say they real, but you have to prove yourself that you real. It's a difference between saying you real and proving yourself being real. You know? And look, so, we got the building. Who we got? Hey, what up? I see you got into the building. What's up? Hey, I see you. What's up, Kimmy?
Hi, Kimmy.
That's it.
Hey, Ivan, what's good?
Ivan, what's up?
What up, Ivan?
Hey, look, don't get me wrong, man. I get people get on my ass, man. Y'all think that y'all the tech preacher, you be reeling up, man. I'm telling you, I get people DM me and pissed off at some of the things I say and stuff. I don't get off easy neither, right? I don't get off easy neither. So I don't. It's a challenge all the way around to get better. Yeah, and but yeah, it's a little bit right here.
You see what Chad said? You see what Chad said?
Chad? What Chad? Wait.
I know he says
He asked about. He said, "Do you feel Juan
Juan.
right now get less views on YouTube because he speaks negative about Samsung?"
So here's the thing about Juan Bagnell, right? And I say this, I'm gonna let you talk. Juan Bagnell is he has real. I've been calling him out, by the way. He been dodging me. All right, he been dodging me.
I can give you a little up right after you finish. I'm gonna give you an update.
So Juan Bagnell is to me is a great content creator, and that's the thing. Even you know, with the less views or whatever, his whole genre and my genre, we talk about this here, is that if you go against the grain, or if you know, be real about something, sometimes people get their feelings and they don't watch, right? And sometimes, you know, you get a video that gets 20, 30, 40,000 views on it. Sometimes you get a video, you get, you know, a couple of thousand views on it. And sometimes you have to say, okay, listen, I make content for the people, not for the views.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's the thing. I make content for the people. So if I got a video that doesn't do that well, I'm not going to go into a panic and say, oh my God, I got to do what's best for the views, because views is money. Mm-hmm. But you have to set yourself up as a content creator that this right here, it's all about realism. It ain't about that. Think about that for a second, right? This right here is about being real. This is about being real. If you in it for the money, your viewers go, hey, it's all views. Because you got content creators that say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not making XYZ videos because it brings no views to my channel. Even though your viewers might ask for XYZ, you say, you know what? Fuck them. I'm trying to do what's good to make this. Mm-hmm. Is it right or wrong? I don't care how people run their channels. But here, I don't care if I get 10 views. If I believe I need to make a video about something, I don't care if I get 10 views, I'm going to make it. That means 10 people watched. That means 10 people was interested in the content that I made. That's all good. I ain't tripping. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Juan is he's all about putting the right information out there and also educating while he's doing it. So he's not, you know, Juan could change things up to get more views, but that's not going to happen. That's not the type of person. Juan is generally excited. He might send me a DM, Easy, LaShawn, or Scoop about some new camera. Oh, check out this photo I took. Can you believe this sensor did this? That's how Juan is. He's truly excited about the technology, like we are on the panel. So we all have things that we love about certain phones, but we're all excited about all these phones coming out, you know. But I do have an update on Juan, but go ahead. So Easy has called Juan out. So I had to contact Juan because he had sent me a phone to evaluate. So I contacted Juan. I'm like, Juan, Easy has called you out. He wants to know. And he wants to know the number. He goes, hey, I am going to do a full count. And I said, so you don't have any estimate? He goes, well, I just gave, listen to this, Easy. I just gave 20 to charity. So you hear what I'm about to say, right? I was like, oh, you gave 20 to charity? He goes, yeah. He goes, I think I'm probably at 300.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What is man down?
No! Hang on.
Lord.
But he loves it. Because I was like, because he was busy, like he was cooking, you know, and he was trying something different. He was like doing his anamorphic Thanksgiving, so he was like filming in a different mode and all that stuff. So he's like, he goes, no, but I love that. Eric. I love that. You know, I love it.
Eric's soul is hurt.
I want Juan Bagnell to tell he lurking in the comments. See, one thing about it, he probably watching, listening. I want Juan Bagnell to verify his count.
Hey, how about this, Eric? How about y'all go phone for phone? He lay one, you lay one, until each one of y'all.
We'll be here all night.
It could be
a live stream. Yeah, it could be a live stream. And hey, and we could lower the gain on our microphones and be like, And Eric has just laid one. Let's see what Juan responds with.
Your NPR style?
Yep.
See, I'm thinking I could take about $5,000, right? I could take $5,000 and go buy like buku mid-rangers.
Yeah.
I go to like buku mid-rangers, right? I go on Swapper and buy all them Swapper phones, like this, buy all out. I go, look, get with the oracle. Say, look, baby, I need to make a $5,000 investment, and just take $5,000, and then I can get to 300.
That's funny.
Yeah, probably a little more than 5,000 though. I might have to go about 10,000.
You have to buy
Eric, you finna out kick your coverage, big fella.
You gotta buy all Stylo 6s in order to get
you finna out kick your coverage, big fella.
You're gonna be on the couch, dog. Because think about it.
I'm right at about almost close to 200. And if he got 300, that means I gotta buy 100 plus phones. And I ain't buying all flagships, right?
Or you can buy 100 OnePlus phones.
Yeah, I'm saying you can buy 200.
Yeah, if I could buy a free 99. If I could buy a free 99. I mean, look, you could buy OnePlus phones, $80, OnePlus 6s and stuff like that. They're lurking around about a couple of $100.
But we don't know how many flagships he has out of the 300.
But in actuality, Wine does get a lot.
He gets a lot of phones. He gets a lot of
phones from companies, right? I get phones, but I don't get as many phones as he does from. I have to actually buy most of my phones, all right? So it's probably. So let me tell you something. While back now, and I don't know why I called him out. The guy's way bigger than me, by the way, right? He was at Pocket Now, right?
Yeah.
And I had to follow him at Pocket Now, but at Pocket Now they get everything. They get about 300 phones a year. So he had Pocket Now. He got about 300 phones for Pocket Now. Did he buy himself? And did he see? He still got the hookups. But shit, I'm a Lone Ranger. I'm going out my pocket, my house money to do all that. I go to my house money. It don't matter how you get the phone, but I mean,
Eric, he still got you by 100.
He got me by 100.
So you would need to buy 200 to even.
I would buy 200. And guess what? In 2022, he gonna probably up me more because I mean, it's everything about the reset. Everything
about the reset.
Yeah,
I think really the only Google just has to improve on the 6, right? But I think Samsung is one of the few that doesn't have to really make a move. They just let me rephrase that. Sorry about that, everybody. All they need to do is S22 Ultra, integrate that pen. They can keep the same everything, in my opinion, and just make sure the thermals are good, and they're good.
Yeah.
So I think it even bring out the Flip, and not really just call it the Flip 4. They don't have to really do much, but I think a lot of other companies like OnePlus has its serious, thing they got to do. Apple, Apple has a great product in the 13 Pro Max, but you gotta let us be able to take video. What good is your video if I can't get it off the phone?
I can't, to me, the iPhone 13. I don't even call these ProRes and all. That's not even a feature to me.
It's not a feature because it takes too
It's not
long.
even a feature.
It's like you can't. What are you going to do? So okay, this is my day that I designate to take all my footage off. Just to get off the phone. So like if I had faster upload speed, this would be my thing. I would have OneDrive back up my video if I had gigabit upload, and then I would just download it to my
he's stupid.
PC.
There you go. Look, somebody ready to loan me 25 phones for the cause. Oh, I love my community. Damn it.
So that's what we gotta do, man. We gotta loan Eric some phones so that way he can catch up and beat the villain.
That's why I love my community, man. I love my community. Look at that, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, so what I'm saying is this: OnePlus have an issue. In 2022, they come out with a slab phone, and Samsung is committed to foldables, right? They really can't. They're the slab phone, yeah, they go drop their little slab phones or whatever. but the Z Fold 4, the Z Flip 4, plus the rollable phone that they're looking at. This is with Samsung because something happened in 2021 with the Z Fold 3 that really woke them up, right? They found out that this people want this phone. The Z Flip is a favorite device. Like they really sold a shit ton of these Z Flips. So that right there is Samsung saying that, hey, listen, right now we winning on the foldable aspect. And I don't know what Apple gonna do this year. Obviously, Apple gonna come out with the same form factor. We hearing rumors that they're gonna get rid of the notch with a little peephole notch. Okay, then what is next? I mean, Apple probably not going to put a USB Type-C on the iPhone. So you're gonna have Lightning again, right? So what is it that the iPhone 14 that's going to be groundbreaking, right?
Yeah.
That I think in 2022. You got some companies that we really got to raise our eyebrow, like The Rock. You're like, hey, the fuck? Like, you got to do something different.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people keep, people will buy iPhones no matter what. But at what point that people go say, I'm going to hold on to my phone for a while? Apple don't need that. Apple wants you to buy new shit. So that means that you can't make no money when somebody holding the phone. So somebody that's this genuine say, I'm gonna hold on to the phone another year because I mean, why upgrade the iPhone 13? I don't know.
Yeah.
That means that they have to give you something to excite you to spend your money on.
It's gonna be something though. I'm pretty sure they're gonna think of something.
Yeah.
Gimmicky or not, it's gonna be something.
Look at easy. You can buy 100 blue phone. You know what? Yeah, you go. I mean, you could buy a blue phone for $50.
Eric. That's cheap. You can't buy 100 of the same phone.
Let's see.
No. Oh, the Flip don't got DeX? Really?
No, the Flip doesn't. So
no, it doesn't.
People ask the question, and the reason why the Z Flip doesn't have DeX, I talked to some people, and I don't know how credible it is. It's because the Z Flip is not made for business. It's not made for. It's made for the chick that wanted this. That's why all the commercials you see, funny, fun. It's not a DeX. It's not DeX. A lot of people say I'm gonna buy a Z Flip and I can plug it and have DeX. I would wish they would put DeX on it, right? But the Z Flip is a fun phone. It's a flip phone, nostalgia. It's the lady in the commercial that put the phone on the car that got like 1,000 people in the background dancing and hoopla and all that. That's what the Flip is for. It's a fun phone. It's not for business. It's not for that.
Is the SE21 or whatever gonna have DeX?
Well, the Galaxy S20 FE had DeX. The Galaxy S20, yeah, but yeah, it's great.
The FE is normally just the flagship with a scaled down body and a couple minor adjustments. So yeah, it'll have DeX.
Right, and it's not for productivity.
Yeah,
the Z when you're holding the Z Flip, you could tell it's not for
that's a flex.
It's a
and the thing about it, it's got great cameras. It's a great video, so it's like, hey man, that's a phone you can flex with. Nice personal phone.
Barry, here's where I get pissed off of content creators.
Here comes.
Right? Because people out there spreading these fucking false rumors about like the Z Fold and the Z Flip doesn't have great cameras. I see this shit. And I'm sitting around there making videos about these phones, and the cameras are blowing people away. And you know what the comments come in and say? Easy. Some people saying that this such and such the Z Flip and the Z Fold got trash cameras, and I'm like, you got to know who you watching, people.
Yeah. And
this is the thing that pisses me off about content creators. Be truthful to yourself, playboy, playgirl, whoever. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to your viewers. Don't do it because there's negativity. that's the thing. It pisses me off when I see shit like I say, and and when I do Z Flip videos and people hit the comment like, "Oh my god, I didn't know their cameras was that great."
Yeah.
And then when you watch Jay Will video when he make videos with the Z Flip, you were like,
I won't say who it is because I'm not. It wasn't meant maliciously at all. But a creator, pretty big creator, had posted that Pixel video was trash. So I immediately responded because I'm like, wait a second, I literally just watched your video. And I've said it to him. I said, hey, so was the unbelievable video that you took on the Pixel that was in your video that you dropped mislabeled? Did you have the wrong labeling? Like, can you explain this? And everybody came after me and were like, yeah, I was tripping. I didn't want to say anything, but I'm glad you said I love that footage. So what you trying to do, sir?
I think, when, again, I see T popped up in the stream. It's all personal preference.
Good.
But when you put I do this a lot. Obviously, if you watch my channel, I'm out there in the parks. I'm out there in the hoods. I'm out there taking photos with 2 phones or 3 phones or whatever. I'm out there. Listen, it ain't up to me to convince nobody. I put it side by side and let people see for themselves. I let people be the judge for themselves. I'm out there. You know what I do? I get out and I go outside and I go to the parks. I drive around town. Listen, when I do my camera reviews, I spend all day going from one end of the town to the next. I go to different parks. Take me an hour to get from one park to the next just to take 4 photos. It takes me an hour to go from one park to the next park to take 4 photos. When I do my night footage, I'm out there at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm out there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning taking photos and videos. That's how I roll. It's not up to me to tell people how I ride. I let people see for themselves. I'm out there making it happen. That's what I'm saying. I'm out there 2 o'clock in the morning taking photos. I'm out there all day driving from one end to the city to the next end of the city just to take a few photos so I can show my community. Listen, I ain't got to tell you how good the cameras is. Let me show you how good the cameras is. Yeah. And let me show you how bad the cameras is, right? Is it good? Is it bad? You be the judge for yourself. So that's how I roll. And look, it is all personal preference. But I know what I do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And when I say I be filming all day and night, I be up 2 o'clock in the morning. I tell my wife, baby, I got the gun. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I got Esther with me. I'm gone. You heard me?
I hear you, Easy. My whole thing is I really this year has kind of blown me away because I've seen a lot of good on camera systems like 13 Pro Max. I was able to work, Apple has the tendency to turn everything down with HDR, turn it off. I turn it off on indoors, even though I want to have the higher quality, I turn it off and I'm able to get good footage. Little cheaper cameras by Vivo, I'm getting bokeh without portrait mode. There's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing, and I think it's almost we're to a point where it's hard with the camera hardware out there to take bad photos. Now they might have a tendency, like I tell people all the time, like with my Pixel, they have a tendency with video to overexpose. So what I do is like if I'm shooting this shot and I'm like shooting like backward, what will happen is normally everything will be a little bit lighter. I just take the slider and move it down. Now, I agree with Michael Pepper's part where he said you should just be, companies need to be to a point where you don't have to do that until you get into pro mode and you want to fiddle with stuff, but they should pick the right thing. But we're not there yet. We're close, But like I said, I thought the Z Flip did a great job. I thought pretty much we had great camera systems.
But no, I think a lot of phones have good cameras.
Yes.
We just talk about the Z Flip, but I'm just saying, I know a lot of phones that got great camera. And look, for me, I look at it like this: that I personally talk about cameras that I think we have reached a peak. It's no cameras are bad. But I don't listen. In the last 2 years, from the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra back in 2020, right, to almost every phone in 2019, 2020, and 2021, what phone cameras was bad? And like besides OnePlus, but I mean,
right. There's a lot of good. Yeah,
they have a lot of phones that had good cameras.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But what I try to do is I talk about phone cameras are good because I talk about this on my V60 video. To me, the V60 is the benchmark of how good cameras are. Nobody can tell me that the V60 cameras, a phone that came out in 2020, is not the gold standard. Their camera, their photos and video on that device is great.
Yeah,
but
good.
You know,
there are a lot of people that want to say it's trash, but it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
But you know what I do?
You gotta put in the work. That's the bottom line because like I knew it. What I'm about to say is unpopular, and I've said it before. I think when Google came out with night mode, game changer. When other companies started doing it, game changer. I don't use night mode. I only use night mode if I absolutely have to. And this is just my preference. I think the photos are great, but I'd rather let the sensor do the work. So if you go in my camera app, you'll see night mode is turned off. I only use it when I have to. And especially with this GN1. So I'm always going to try to look at a way to maximize what camera system is in front of me instead of just saying automatically, oh, this is trash. You know, it's an LG, it's gotta suck. You know, this one can't do video because it's not an iPhone, you know.
Yeah. And you know what the thing about it is look, I always say this, and I stress this to my community. I stress it to everybody that's watching this video, that's watching this live stream. A lot of people in this live streams are content creators. Listen, man, if the shoe fits, wear it. Look in the mirror. If that's you, wear it. I believe that content creators have to be truthful to themselves, right? Look, anytime you got money involved, you always have people that will go for the money. And look, man, the way I'm set up, I own my own companies. I own my own business. This YouTube shit all this money I spend on this stuff, man, it's for fun, man. Like when I make videos and I buy product and I buy all these product, all this stuff like that, man, I just do this because of my viewers, man. That's it, right? I understand people try to chase the bag, and that's how people run their channel. I don't care how people chase if people chase the bag, that's all on them. I always say be truthful to your viewers. They're the ones that's watching you. They're the ones that's going to evaluate you. That's the thing. Your viewers. You have an obligation to your view. You won't be the next $1 million, million sub channel and all this here. You could get to anybody could get to 1 million subs. You can lie and cheat and get to the 1 million subs. Ain't nothing. It's easy to do. They got a lot of channels out there that can get to 1 million subs easy. But if you be real, sometimes realness gets you. It's slower. It's slower.
It's slower. It's a slower process.
It's slow. When you real, it's slow. Look, I've been on 50,000 subs forever. You know why? Fuck it. I'm real. I don't mind spending the capital. I ain't worried about the money. I'm gonna do it, baby. Yeah. That's why I buy 3 of the same phones. I got 2 Z Fold 3s. Why easy? Why you spent $4,000 on Z Folds? Fuck it. I got it. I ain't tripping. Why I spent $100,000 on product? Hey, fuck it. I ain't worried. You think I made $100,000 on YouTube? No. I ain't tripping. That's how I look at it. Like I look at it that I buy all this stuff because I love tech. I love tech. My wife tell me, you hooked on this shit. I'm like, yeah. She told me years ago. My wife told me years ago that I'm hooked on tech. I told you that when you married me, I was hooked on tech, and I've been hooked on tech, and I'm gonna be hooked on tech. I love this shit. Tech, Tech.
That's what we on tonight.
Nice.
Tech is anything that's tech related.
I'm already
right. Don't matter. It ain't got to be phones. Tech is tablets, computers, fucking refrigerators is tech. Everything is tech now, man. Everything is tech.
So if I wasn't on the panel, I would probably like if I'd be going back and forth with Big House. Like I'm into the tech. I gotta be truthful and honest because I love it all. I enjoy using it. So like when I hear Golan, his comment about the Sony Xperia in recent modes, auto mode, it's really not meant for auto mode. Go ahead. I'll pass it over to Scoop, but it's really not an auto mode device.
Go in on that.
What T has that?
It is far from an auto mode device because it's truly designed for camera people. It's designed to look and feel like the Alpha series of cameras. That's why the new Pro I is literally an RX100 that happens to make phone calls. It's designed for people that take photographs for a living or as a high-functioning hobby to continue to keep that same feeling and look from their photos across all of their devices.
Mm-hmm. Where you at, T? Not this real nigga water right here, T. Kroger. Did I see?
Hey, but don't sleep on T. He already broke it out.
I know. He did the Fuji.
But yeah, he got to go get the Kroger. He's got to go and get the.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what T did that was great, right? And this is what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Right, this is what you're supposed to do when somebody he did the unboxing therapy case, right?
Yeah, later.
All right. He called it out for what it was. Fucked up. Right? You called it out for what it was. And guess what? You see, he does case video. That's what his channel is for. That's what he do. So if Lou from Unbox Therapy say, hey man, I mean the guy that does case, that's what he do. That's how his YouTube channel is structured. I gotta holler at him. So he hollered at him and said, hey, look, man, the case I sent you, my people sent you was fucked up. And that's the point. How many Lou later cases went out to people that was fucked up? But since T is a YouTube content creator, he got the raw treatment. And so for me, I look at it.
But I like what T did though. Like,
he called it out for what it was.
Exactly. But also he came back and said, hey, this is what. So. Yeah,
and look, don't get me wrong. That's what Unbox Therapy Lou's supposed to do. He's supposed to do that, but don't do it to the content creator. Do it to everybody. Do it for everybody. This is what happened. Like when Mr. Who's Your Boss, right? Or MKBHD, they have an issue with a product, but they get room service and a pole in their room and all. They make sure they taken care of. And the reason why is because they such huge content creators, right?
Right.
They make it right for them. But what about everybody else? That's the whole thing. When you go on forums and you see people complain about, OnePlus color OS is fucked up, then they have to respond to the viewer. Don't respond to the content creator. Respond to the people. Respond to the people. Fix it for what it is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Fix it for what it is. And that's the thing. And so for us content creators, our sole job is to call out the good, the bad, the ugly on a product that we review. And that's the whole thing. Be real about it. And they ain't got a lot. Listen, man, I keep saying this, bro. They ain't got a lot of them out there that's real. But I call it how I see it.
Right.
And people get pissed off at me. Easy, well, easy so-and-so say this and you saying this and that, all that there. Man, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck about them other people. I'm going to do me. Straight up. And that's how I roll. And a lot of people say, easy, I don't call myself the tech preacher for nothing. I think a lot of people get it crossed up. Think that I'm supposed to have church in my on my channel. It ain't no church on my channel, player.
Yep.
I call it how I see it. Now I like to entertain. I like to look when I watch my video. I was like, God damn, my shit be looking like but I could make my shit better.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to be better, make my shit better, and all that stuff like that, you know. And that's it. And look, people tell you about it. Easy, man. God damn, you know. Okay, cool. And we come to everybody else and do all kinds of stuff, you know. We tell people the good, the bad, the ugly. And the problem is when you tell people, they get pissed off and they want to go on there and blast you out on Twitter and all that bullshit, man. But man, keep it 100, player. Hit each other up on a private. Resolve your issues privately. Don't make your issues public. Never make your issues public. Make your issues privately. We don't call names and say stuff like that public. We say we take care of it privately.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We say things privately. We take care of it privately. When you go public, then you know it becomes a different issue. Then you got back and forth. The shit don't never stop.
So K-Hop is asking for what's the green stuff in your cup? What?
Oh, what's the green stuff in my cup? Wait, who cup?
Yeah,
My
whose cup? Whose cup? K-Hop?
Who cup you talking about? K-Hop?
Got that drink in my cup. I got that drink in my cup.
Wait, what cup you talking about?
I don't know, mate. I think you're the only one with a cup.
Yeah, I got a
He got
Hey,
some
Emily in
adult
here.
beverage. It's
Yeah,
an
Emily
adult
been
beverage.
here. Emily been in here.
I'm digging the Galaxy X4 class.
See, I asked Emily to come on my show. She turned me down, y'all. I don't know why. And she must, you know, she must don't want to come on the Tech Preacher show. I asked Emily to come on my show, and she turned me down. Why? But we ain't gonna intimidate her. We asked Emily to come on.
Maybe she busy, though.
She said that's not.
That's right. Maybe she busy, right? Maybe she got to cook, and you know, I understand.
She was on once. She said.
She's dealing with Nadine and everything, and G and everything. She got stuff to do, player.
Lies.
I asked
She said the lies.
I'm gonna tell you, it's so funny. I do ask a couple of people to come on my show. You know, people turn me down. People say people don't like. People believe that I'm gonna roast them or something on my show. I
Now,
give
that'd be
people
funny
open
though.
platform.
You invite someone and just start roasting them. That'd be hilarious.
Right. I got a special guest here.
Yeah.
That I'm about to
how you feeling?
It's so
flame.
How you
It's
feeling?
so
It
funny.
doesn't matter how you feel because I'm about to fuck you up.
It's so funny that if you go if for the people that know me, go back to my past. LaShawn used to hate my guts. He fucking hated me. I used to roast the Google, right, with their pixels and shit, right? And they said, this motherfucker, you know, and he hit my comments, but and look, we best friends to this day. I need you to chill out. I need to chill out. And look at us now. That means that
you want to know the funny thing about
Hey, and he has a pixel now too.
You want to know the funny thing about this? I was once in Eric Telegram group, and I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the Telegram group. It said Eric kicked you out. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. We best of friends. That means that it can happen. Mm-hmm. That means that anything's possible. That means that life is not what y'all think it is. This tech shit that we talk about, man, let me tell you, it ain't nothing. First of all, everybody needs to understand Apple, Samsung, Vivo, OnePlus don't give no fucks about none of us. All they want us to do is spend that money. That's it.
They want the money.
That's all they want is money. So when we talk about, you know, company did that and other, you know, we talk about as far as entertainment. But at the end of the day, all they want is your money, player. They don't care about you. You really think that Samsung in this live stream care about any of us? You think that OnePlus care about us? You think that Vivo and Motorola, they give no fucks about none of us. They don't care. But we have to hold their feet to the fire. That's right. We hold their feet to the fire. We tell it how it is. We be real about it. Mm-hmm. But money change a motherfucker. I promise you that.
Oh yeah.
when they put that briefcase in the back of the car, they make you think about, should you roast this device or should you talk good about this device because they didn't drop 6 figures in your bank account? That's the difference.
You got to roast it. They dropped 6 figures.
Oh, okay. Clifton had to go MJ on us.
Ah, yeah.
I don't really care about that. They don't really care about us.
Hey, look, I just think that most people just got to understand that going into 2022, man, we gonna keep it real no matter what. That's it, man. You know, we talk about tech lifestyles and everything in between. We gonna keep it real no matter what.
Tech lifestyle and everything in between. I like that.
Yeah, tech lifestyles, everything in between. We talk about it. And, you know, a lot of people thinking, oh, easy, you know, that, another, you know, we like to listen to, you know, tech. What habit we talked about that wasn't tech? You know, and look, we talk about a lot of things. And, you know, it's a holiday season. It's positivity. These companies gonna come with all kinds of bullshit for you to buy their phones. Listen, man, towards the end of the year, be careful buying a new phone because less than 4 weeks we get everything resets. So if you could get a device cheap, don't buy nothing at retail right now. We at the end of the year. Don't buy. Listen, man, I don't care what nobody say. Don't buy nothing retail right now. Everything got to be cheap because come January, CES, Qualcomm dropped their new chip. We got new phones coming out. Everything, all new tablets, new computers, all that shit come out in the next couple of months. Yep. If I always say people, and I always say this: if you will buy a product, buy it when it. I always say buy when it first come out, but buy it, and the reason why is because at least you can enjoy it through that whole calendar year, right? Yes. Because come next year, nobody don't talk about your beloved device. The OnePlus 9 Pro don't, you know.
I wouldn't put the Pixel 6 in that category. The Pixel 6 is just dirt cheap.
Well, yeah, Pixel 6 is different. We got this one for Kimmy. All right, well, you know, I ain't gonna. I'm about 10 HUD on this one. Got 10 HUD on this one. Thank you very much for the $2.13 holler. Savage scientist, let me tell you something. This guy don't listen to us, man. We give you friendly advice, right? We tell you how you can be a superstar. We express to you how you can bring your YouTube channel past mine, past everybody. You could be a superstar on YouTube right now. But you know what you do? Cody, that's it. That's what you do. And don't get me wrong, that's fantastic, but that's not you. I want you with your WWE belt outside doing those skits. That shit is so fun. That is entertaining.
Right. Here we go.
That is entertaining.
Yes. We try to tell him he want to be serious. He don't want to be taken as a joke or comedian.
But it's not a joke.
He thinks
it's not a joke. I don't think it's a joke. He's a WWE fan. He used to make videos breaking phones and shit and all that. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Kimmy said, "Oh damn."
Hold on.
Damn. Look, I know what Savage want to see. He want to see.
Do better.
You know, he want to see. Yeah, he want to see. Daddy, Dad,
hitting me.
All right, hold on. Let me put this in the private chat. LaShawn, can you fire it up?
Somebody say titty meat.
Teddy Media. Yes, I did, sir.
Yeah, Teddy Media. There you go. Let's do this.
Testing out my A6400 Sony gangster camera, and I still wear my t-shirt. And I still wear my Dickie shirts.
Oh man!
Which one do you want run back?
Which one you want? Which one you want?
Okay.
All right, Big House Production, you got a selection. Which one you want?
And I still.
Hey, that's the remix, y'all. That's the remix. Remix.
That was classic.
So I'm waiting on Big House Production to respond. Which money dance he want to see?
He want the peaches.
He want the peaches?
He want them peaches to show. Hey.
He said he want the peaches.
Getting
Hold on, that
getting money. Getting money. Getting money. Getting money. Let's go. Getting money. 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 Getting money.
Hey.
So Jason C, you're talking about the rip shirt is your clip of the year?
Yes. Rip shirt. Yeah, there you go. You stupid.
I still wear my Dickie shirt.
Oh my God. 2 hours go by fast, y'all. Look at the Big House Production clapping. All right. So let's talk about who's streaming tomorrow.
So is Mike doing? I know Ike. Yeah, I haven't. Mike. So we know Ike is going to be at 9:00. All right.
Okay, Ike. All right, and we don't know about Mike, so stay tuned. Maybe he'll pop up on Twitter and see that he's streaming. If Friday, Savage.
Oh, yes. Savage, you going this week? I know.
Maybe was it last week that he said he wasn't gonna do this week?
Yeah, because he's gonna start getting serious with the videos. So I think he's off this week.
Okay.
So
we can holler at your boy. You can holler at your boy that night at 9. So make sure y'all come to the hot. You don't call it the ignorant hour.
Hey, it's gonna be ignorant hour.
Okay, ignorant hour. All right, so check it out.
Kimmy having her members only. So
members only on Saturday.
So my stream will be the ignorant hours, the leading to
the pre-stream. Yeah, pre-stream. Yes.
All right, and then Saturday we got Kimmy doing her thing with the members only Saturday. Members only Saturday. So make sure y'all check it out. If you're not a member of Gadget Goddess, become a member of Gadget Goddess so you could watch the streaming. It's really raw. So check it out. And anybody else streaming on Saturday?
Slang will be at 10:00.
Okay. And Sunday, who's streaming Sunday?
Hefe Reviews.
Hefe Reviews streaming on Sunday.
I don't know about Latrell. I don't know if he still does it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Latrell does or not.
All right, so if you want peaches without Thanos, you got the super chat, Playboy. Super chat. I'll show you the peaches without Thanos. And Monday, who's T?
Why are you looking at Thanos?
Juan at noon.
Yeah, Juan.
Juan at
Lewis
noon.
7.
Why he?
Wait,
T at
Louis back?
9:30. Louis back.
Back.
Better than ever.
And T at 9.
9:30.
All right, he closed it out at 9. And then Tuesday, we got Gadget Goddess.
Yep, 7 o'clock.
Gadget Goddess gonna be Tuesday. Y'all make sure y'all support Gadget Goddess. Make sure y'all come to the stream on Tuesday. And we right back here on Wednesday. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Woo. Man. The Gadget say, Lord. Yes, right.
Lord.
No stream this Friday. Okay, he said he's not streaming this Friday.
Okay, I'll stream this Friday.
Working on a video.
That's good.
You
Go
get
my
it,
Friday
Savage.
afternoon at work.
We was ready. I go to Savage stream, man. I'm thinking we go get some entertainment. I go there, he cold. It's hard on a Friday. Playboy is hard on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm a half a bottle in on Jameson, and I come on his stream, and he talking about code.
You talking about code.
You can do that on
Right.
you know.
Eric said, I worked hard all week, and I want
All week I'm looking for entertainment. I go to Survive stream, and he coding.
Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him.
code.
Oh, man.
Damn.
I know that you recently placed an
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. So he said he have a thesis committed meeting Friday.
thesis. Okay.
All right. Well, hopefully that take care of you, sir. All right, man. Look, hopefully I didn't offend nobody on the stream. You know, we keep it real, man. You know, people do get in their feelings, man, and I don't want nobody to be DMing me and emailing me, telling me, man, you know, easy, you got to do this and do that, and you got to calm it down, and you can't talk about people. I haven't talked about nobody on the street. Did I say any names? Said no, besides some Savage, you know, I mean, I said his name, but I didn't call out anybody. Everybody run their own channel with it. I just always express to people to, you know, do your research on the content creators that you follow. That's it. That's it. If you oh, this is what Septic would never have. Oh, bruh. Say, bro, you calling out Septic? Oh, bruh.
Getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money, let's go. Getting money, 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 getting money.
All right.
Ooh. Okay, who
Yeah,
DMing
look,
men?
no, I get DMs. I get a lot of DMs. After these streams, people sometimes get in their feelings. You know, people do DM me, man. And, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I don't know. I don't know. It just sometimes you have to be careful what you say sometimes, because sometimes people get in, you know, they feelings about certain things, and I chit chat with them. I tell them, you know, hey, look, you know, this is how I feel about such and such and such and whatever. I didn't say no names. Obviously, I don't say no names, but you know. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in every Wednesday, just because of peaches. So
Peaches. Hey, people like peaches.
People like peaches.
Oh.
Okay. So why are you calling
me out?
I ain't calling. I said this was.
He's talking about Savage. He's saying why, because you're forgetful. Because remember when he got his car stolen, the reason why he got it stolen is because he left his keys, his wallet,
oh,
all that stuff in the car.
Well, you know what I found out in 2021.
That is facts.
Is that the guys? I see guys is now more in their feelings than women.
Oh, absolutely.
I see guys. I never saw that. Look, 2021 could go down in history is a couple of things. That guys is more in their feelings than females, and I don't know why. Because we all talking about. Listen, man, don't you understand? We all trying to do the same thing. We all trying to make videos for people to watch. Whether or not it's your opinion or it's real or fake, it don't matter. We all trying to do the same thing. I think the people that get their feelings are the people that's guilty. That's all. Listen, I don't think that we.
So angry. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. Who's getting their feelings?
Your 4-hour kissing no, getting ass in what? Ass is pathetic.
Wait, what did he say?
Oh my god.
Accepting your 4-hour kissing no,
your 4
blank
hour
getting
ass
is pathetic.
No ass, no pussy, I guess. Getting ass is pathetic. Damn.
Look, once again, before we leave out of here, I want to say a portion of this video is sponsored by Accepted Passive. Can you go deaf?
Go deaf.
Go to his video, show him some love, give him some views, and put hashtag can you go deaf? Can you go deaf? And it's a question. Tell him we sent you. Can you go deaf? That's it.
Hey, that's the new slogan.
There it is. Thank y'all very much for watching the channel. I hope y'all was entertained. Again, this is all good fun. Hopefully nobody don't get offended. I know my DMs go blow up, man. I know. I'm getting ready for it.
I have not pooped myself.
I know my deal. I gotta drink me a couple of more drinks because I know fucking people about to get in their feelings. Thank y'all guys.